Hello everyone, here is Manuel, and if you don't know me, I'm gonna be your host for the next 10 minutes or so. And this is a new series that I made this up today. I've actually been thinking about it for some time, and I just want to go through some funny pictures that I took. Things happen, you do stuff, and that sometimes you admire some art in the making, some funny things that happen in front of you, and you just take a picture, and you never have the chance to share it with anyone. So I was thinking I will just share mine with you. And for some reasons, I see some things and I just see the funny side of it. Maybe sometimes it doesn't look like so, but it's actually you can see a funny side of it. So the first one is a book. This is an Italian book that I found. I was in the airport somewhere, and So the title says in Italian, "Di chi è la colpa," and we can translate it to "Whose fault is it?" And I think for me it's funny that my instantaneous reply, like if I ever have to write a book about it, whose fault is it? Is just one word. It's you. It's not me. It's always someone else. But I haven't read the book. It's kind of funny that this person has to collect all this information to figure out whose fault is it in I don't know how long, but it's a pretty thick book. It's like 500 pages, I don't know. And he's probably trying to be as smart as this guy and try to convince that it's not other people's fault. Sometimes it's me, but no, that's not true. Bad guy. So this first picture. Let's go to the next one. It's kind of self-explanatory. It's like I was in the subway in London, and I was walking around, and suddenly, BAM! Well, woman vitamins. If you want to appear like this, just take our vitamins. Well, I'm not a woman, so I'm not gonna buy it. But if you are, look at her. She's so happy. This is instead something that maybe happens to many of us every time. And you have you want to cook, and you take all the ingredients, and then I was taking my can of tomatoes, and I'm probably too strong. That's the problem here. And I crack it, and it's like the handle came out. So obviously I managed to open it, but damn, really work out too much. Yep, that's the problem. And so this was so there are different elements, and the more I think about it, the more things come out of it. And so I think the backstory is kind of funnier. The more I talk about this, the more it gets funny. So basically this is, as you can see, it's a frozen fish on a dish, and you're like, well, is that weird? For me it was very weird, because I was just going I was living in a house before with some housemates, and some housemates put their stuff around. So in this case, someone left a fish defrosting in a dish. Now, needless to say that usually defrosting a fish is never a good idea. It's gonna taste terrible. So you just buy the fish and try to cook it as soon as possible. But for me it was random. It was like, why the hell there is a fish just out there in the kitchen? But okay, I get it. And so I was like, so something that you can notice is that the fish is in front of the window, and I never really thought about it, but probably the reason that she put it there was that it could take a little bit more sun and defrost himself faster. The thing is, so we are living in the UK. I was in the UK. We were in the UK, and there is not much sun at all, as you can see from this picture. She could have easily put it anywhere else. It's probably gonna be the same. So this. And so as you can see, I was like, what do I do with this fish? And I thought, well, you know, it's like having a red fish in a bowl. I was like, I'm gonna give him food. And I didn't really have much food, so I was like, oh, well, I have this easy peeler, so I'm gonna just take a picture of me showing me giving food to a pet. And yeah, that's me trying to give or feed a easy peeler to a frozen fish. Now then there is another funny part of it, is that so the housemate, the person specifically that she put, I'm pretty sure that she was the one that put the fish in there, is the one that she's such a bad cooker. Like every time she cooks some stuff, all the house used to smell like terribly. And it was so weird because from the kitchen the smell would go basically everywhere. Like that doesn't happen normally. So I'm like, how did she manage to do that? It was impressive. And so that day when I saw the fish, I said to myself, oh damn, that's gonna be one of those days where I cannot go out of my room. And in fact it was like that. So she usually does this weird stuff where she cooks usually fishes, and when she cooks fishes is like, that's bad. I don't know how she's alive, by the way. She cooks that stuff, I don't know, she put fishes, she put some weird stuff on it, and she tries to cook it, and that's like terrible, and she eats it, and she's still alive. So that's something. I don't know how. Maybe she's trying to get more resistant, I don't know. And so the weird dynamic is that a third housemate that was also living there, he'll be like smelling around, going around the house, and like, what the hell is this terrible smell? And he never realized that the problem was her cooking. So it was like, oh my god, something must be rotten inside the beans. So when he would smell the terrible scent around, he would take the beans and just empty them and then put new ones, even though there was nothing inside, almost nothing inside. I was like, oh my god, it must be coming from the beans. So sometimes, and this fish actually remind me of that, sometimes there was this dynamic of her cooking, usually on weekends, and the guy be like, what the hell is this? And then was cleaning the beans, but it was not the beans, it was just her. And cuteness alert. This is not a funny picture. This is I don't know the English name. It's a small bird in in the trees, in the bushes, try to hide. It's actually a very good friend of mine. I used to try to give him food, and in Italian we would call them pettirosso, which means red chest, as you can see. Yeah, a little bit of cuteness too. I hope you're not allergic. And so this is a picture that I took. I went to some shop and I was buying some stuff, and somehow they sell very healthy products. Among these ones, these very high protein bars. And so what's funny about this one is that so first of all, it's a smart plant, which is kind of confusing. But this plant particularly was so smart that it got a PhD. So this is like high PhD smart plant and bar. And so obviously I have some friends that are doing a PhD, and I took the picture and I sent it to them and said, look at this, also this high protein bar has a PhD and you still haven't. She was like, you damn. She was so angry at me. So this is a typical day in, I guess, in the UK, and it's one of those days where, trains do not work, and you can see that it's all delayed or cancelled, and you're pretty sure that some of the delayed ones will be cancelled too. So it happens in every country, but in this case it was me trying to get to London, and Can I get to London? Surprise! I never read the news. That's my problem. And here it's me in London. I think I got it there in the end. And I was just walking around, and I was in this park, and suddenly there was this. I don't know if you can read it, but it's Nelson Mandela that was trying to hug me or strangle me. Choke me. Sorry, it's one of the two. He was trying to hug me or choke me. That's how I see it. I think he was trying to hug me. Here's another picture I took in London, and it's kind of. So what's funny about it is that, well, it says featuring Italian and international beers. Like, Italian beers have to be, in the name of the thing. That's what makes the thing special. This shop, this stand is special because it features Italian beers and maybe some international ones. But the thing is, and that's what I say to everyone, Italian beers are not particularly good. So what are you trying to do here? I don't know, but I'm pleased, but not I don't know, not that impressed. And here another sign, please queue here for gelato, not ice cream, gelato. So this is the right way to put it. If you open an ice cream, if you say call it ice cream, it's wrong, it's bad. Ice cream is bad. Gelato, good. Gelato is the Italian word for ice cream, and obviously you should buy the ingredients from Italy. No gelato, ice cream. This was a picnic, and as you can see, the portions were very small. No, actually we didn't have dishes, and so we were trying to survive with things that we had around. And this is, I think, the cover of some yogurt thing or something else, and I was just trying to use it as a dish. There was a lot of food, but so this is, I call it the diet size of diet portions of food. Good, it's good. So this is kind of funny if you're Italian, and otherwise you cannot really connect it. But anyway, I will try to explain it. And basically, this was in a place. It was in a bar, and people were all dancing and were doing their things. And then suddenly, I'm Italian. Suddenly, I look around me, and there is this person with a shirt of Laura Pausini, and all the dates of her concert, I guess LP06. So the thing is, Laura Pausini, it's an Italian singer, and she's famous in Italy, nowhere else. Well, maybe also in Spain, because they translate her songs. But the thing is, these are very romantic songs, and so they're a little bit more females related. So the thing is, going around with a Laura Pausini shirt, I mean, I never seen anyone doing it in Italy. Normally, maybe if there are some fans out there, they would do it, but I never seen it. So it was kind of random for me to go around in the UK and go in this bar and having this person with a Laura Pausini shirt on it. I was like, okay, good tastes in music. So this is in a company that I've been, and it's called Mediatek Crap. And so Mediatek, it's kind of a brand that makes chips and boards, and you can see that they had the box, and they put in the box all this stuff of this kind of brand, and it's crap. It's like, it's not that it doesn't work, it's just random stuff. No one is using it anymore because technology keep advancing, and so they just, inside companies, you just notice how, they name things. It's kind of yeah. So this is Dead Air Day, and this is gonna be the last picture, by the way. And we have the different airs for dads, and so we have dads with airs, and for some reason it's called the Steve McDonald. this is UK humor. I don't get it. I don't know who's this Steve McDonald, but you can see that it's a very nice airs. Then we have all the others for all the other dads. The Goldilocks, the 3 airs, the whole lot of fun. You see that a lot around. Then we have Fear the Bird. So you can see that the air moved from the top of the head to the bottom. That's what happens, I guess, when you grow older. And here we have the dude. Where's my air? And this what happens, like so you know, when the whole lot of fun expands and keep going, at some point you are at this stage and you're like, man, you just, and this is probably the phase when one day you wake up and you look at yourself at the mirror and you're like, man, what is happening? Where are my hairs? Where did they go? And here I think we're growing apart. So this is the evolution, and you can see also the acceptance of the face. Before it's like surprise, oh my god, and then it's happy because, you know, hairs are still growing, but they're growing somewhere else. Hair today, gone tomorrow. So I think this is an evolution of this one, where it's trying to cover it somehow, and so it's actually still happy, the guy. And then we have the Breaking Bold with the, you have to wear the glasses, otherwise it doesn't work, and you have to have a small beard. And then we have No Hair Don't Care, which is, you know, father dies and the jokes. So this was everything from me, and I hope that you had fun hearing me and looking at me pictures. And yeah, let me know how it goes. If you like, press the like button and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.